Молодец, молодец.
Жульничать начал.
Я сделал 130, я вот сейчас делал 125.
Нормально, если балл я не отдам.
И что закрышил? Хайп не видел. Так можно. Feel good. I have to sweating more today because morning I'm rest. Do Svara media, all this stuff. Now I have to sweat. That's why I wear this.
Islam, is it really difficult when you've been preparing for Beneil all of this time and now you have to fight a guy like Bobby Green who's very different in his style? Does that add difficulty to this fight for you?
No, same. Doesn't matter if they change opponent for me like Friday. Doesn't matter who, because same plan I have always, and I training hard all the time. That's why it doesn't matter who is opponent.
It's not interesting fight like 9 Winston versus 7 Winston. You know, it's like Beneil versus Islam. This is like it's not small fight too. Bobby Green versus Islam. It's not small fight. For UFC, it's truly like it's a real man event.
So you're basically saying it doesn't matter if he has a wrestling background because you're elite at it. You're one of the best in the world. Is that going to be your mindset going into the fight, knowing that Bobby Green is great on his feet? Is attack him, pressure him, get him to the ground, and hopefully submit him?
Yes.
When the UFC officially announced that Islam Makhachev would defend his position against Ian Machado Garry, the MMA world immediately began debating the stylistic matchup. On one side stood the dominant lightweight champion, a man widely regarded as the most complete mixed martial artist on the planet.
Yeah, we live not far from here, and when I heard they're gonna be event in New York, Zuffa Boxing, I asked Ali, let's see what's the Dana did new.
Yeah. Do you like the product and everything, what they're doing here?
Yeah, I like it. I just go the first fight, even I don't know these two fighters, they show the crazy fight, you know.
Well, speaking of your own career, we're obviously a couple weeks out from your title defense against Ian Machado Garry at Philly at UFC 330. How has camp been? How's preparation been? What do you make of Ian as an opponent?
Yeah, everything is going very well. We stay in the same gym, like last couple fights we stay in New Jersey and training in Nick Cotton MMA. It's very nice gym. I have too many my brothers and friends and sparring partner with me. Almost all team is here. We're training together. Khabib is here, Javier is here, you know, and we're training every day very hard to be ready.
On the other stood one of the fastest rising welterweights in the sport, a confident striker with elite movement, precision, and the belief that he possesses the skills to shock the world.
I feel happy because they find someone, you know, but very sad because Dariush injured. I trained so hard for him last 3 months, but doesn't matter. I'm very happy because today is Monday, fight week coming, and how many, 4 days, and I'm gonna eat everything.
All fighters always they have different position. Right now, Islam have position. Doesn't matter who. If Islam wanna be champion, Bobby Green, Dustin Poirier, Beneil Dariush, it's not make sense. You have to fight with everybody if you wanna be champion. Okay, they change opponent 10 days before the fight. Who cares?
You know, what I like about Bobby Green, to be honest with you, is everything. He's a warrior through and through. You know, he engages, he gives the fans what they're looking for. He's a smart fighter, you know, and yeah, I like him, and he can wrestle. He can do it all. Bobby Green can do it all. It took him a little while to get here.
But while fans flooded social media with predictions and analysts argued over game plans, Islam Makhachev quietly disappeared into the mountains of Dagestan to begin another relentless training camp. For Islam, every title defense is treated as if he is preparing for the toughest fight of his life. There are no shortcuts, no celebrations before victory, and no distractions. His philosophy has always been simple: train harder than anyone else, leave nothing to chance, and make the fight feel easier than the preparation. Those who have trained alongside him often say the camp is far more difficult than the actual fight, and that mentality has transformed him into one of the most dominant champions in UFC history. The foundation of Islam's preparation begins long before he even steps into the gym. Every morning starts before sunrise with road work across the rugged terrain of Dagestan. Unlike many fighters who rely heavily on treadmills or flat tracks, Islam runs through hills, rocky paths, and uneven mountain roads that constantly challenge his endurance and balance. The purpose isn't simply to improve cardio. It is to strengthen the body under fatigue while building the mental toughness needed to keep pushing when every muscle is screaming to stop. Coaches have repeatedly explained that these brutal runs are designed to prepare fighters for championship rounds, where fatigue becomes the deciding factor. While Ian Machado Garry is known for his movement and ability to fight at a fast pace, Islam's camp is focused on ensuring that pace never becomes a problem. If Garry wants to move for 25 minutes, Islam intends to be ready for 30. After the morning conditioning comes the wrestling sessions that have become legendary within the Dagestani system. These are not ordinary wrestling practices. They are hours of chain wrestling, relentless takedown attempts, cage control drills, body lock transitions, trips, single legs, doubles, and endless repetitions designed to make every movement instinctive.
You're obviously a couple weeks out from your title defense against Ian Machado Garry. If any different than your past opponents, because obviously he's very tall, he's very rangy. What do you make of his skill set?
His skills, I just have to run in this camp too much because I have to follow him because he runs too much, But I will try to catch him, take him down. Just what I did with my all opponents.
He's done a lot of his camp, obviously, with Charles Oliveira. He's trained with a lot. Is there anything Charles can tell him about you that you're worried about?
Yeah, Charles is gonna teach him how to tap fast. That's it.
Islam works with some of the toughest grapplers in the world, many of whom have elite international wrestling backgrounds. During camp, there is very little concern about winning rounds in practice. Instead, coaches constantly place Islam in terrible positions simply so he can escape them. They begin rounds with his back against the cage, underneath larger opponents, or caught in difficult scrambles. The idea is simple. If he can solve every problem in the gym, nothing Ian Machado Garry creates inside the octagon will surprise him. Former teammates have often said that surviving a Dagestani wrestling practice feels harder than fighting professionally because nobody takes a second off. One major adjustment in this training camp has reportedly been preparing for Garry's speed and footwork. Ian rarely stands still. His karate-based movement, quick entries, and ability to attack from unusual angles have frustrated many opponents. Islam's coaches understand that chasing a mobile striker can become dangerous if done recklessly. Instead of simply practicing takedowns, Islam spends hours cutting off the cage, forcing opponents toward the fence, and trapping them where movement becomes limited. Coaches repeatedly stop sparring sessions to correct tiny positioning mistakes, emphasizing that one wrong step could allow Garry to escape back into open space. Every angle, every shuffle, and every level change is rehearsed thousands of times until it becomes second nature. The striking sessions have also evolved significantly. Many fans still underestimate Islam's stand-up because of his wrestling reputation, but over the past several years, he has become one of the UFC's most technically sound strikers. Working with elite boxing coaches and experienced kickboxing partners, Islam focuses on maintaining distance, controlling the center of the cage, and disguising his takedowns behind crisp combinations. Rather than throwing wild punches, he practices efficient boxing built around the jab, straight left, calf kicks, body shots, and perfectly timed counters. Against Garry, who thrives on rhythm, Islam's objective is to constantly interrupt that rhythm by mixing striking with wrestling threats. Every jab could become a takedown. Every kick could set up a clinch. That unpredictability is one of Islam's greatest weapons.